Hi, welcome to Bonita's Kitchen and thank you for joining us. What I'm going to be making today is tangy mustard pork chops. Now this is a delicious meal, and of course pork chops. Who don't like pork chops? And Raymond, of course, anytime I say pork chop meal, he's all in. Also, this is a spin-off Mother's mustard sauce. I spoke to you a little while back and said we'll show you a few recipes that you can use up that delicious mustard with. So if that interests you and you like to know how to make it, stick around and let's get started. So what I got here is 2 cuts of pork chops, and you can have any type, any cut, whatever you like having. I got here as well the Mother's mustard sauce we shared with you a while back. Of course, I'm going to share that link with you. It is absolutely delicious. You could serve it hot or cold, and in this case, we're going to be serving it hot. So what we're going to do as well, serve it with some onions, peppers, apple, and our basic seasonings, salt, pepper, and I love using onion powder. So let's get putting this dish together. What we're going to do first, we're going to take the mustard sauce and we're going to pour over the pork chops, putting a little small bit of that seasoning on both sides, the salt, pepper, and the onion seasoning. And we're going to flip this over and we're going to do the other side. So equally put the mustard sauce over both sides of the pork chop, and again seasoning with the onion powder, and it's about a half a teaspoonful all in total, and the pepper, I'll move that through so it's got it even. Now what we're going to do is fry this, and I'll talk a little bit about that. So drizzle about a tablespoonful of oil in your hot pan, and have a pan that is also oven safe, because this goes in the oven after we fry it. You can have the sauce on the pork chops before you fry or after you fry it, it doesn't matter. So what we're going to do here now is put these pork chops down into this hot pan. And make sure all of that sauce is down there with it. And what you're going to do is just leave the pork chops cooking on one side for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to flip it. It's not going to be fully cooked there, it's just part cooked, because we're going to finish it off in the oven. So we'll start with that side first. After a couple of minutes on a medium heat, turn it over. And remember, we're going to be cooking this off in the oven as well. And before, while we're waiting for that side to cook just another couple of minutes, we're going to toss in here our onions and our peppers and get them partly cooked in there as well, frying it down a little. I'm going to put a pinch of pepper and salt over the onions and the peppers, and just to mix it through there. Also, the remaining of, oh well, if you add a couple of tablespoonfuls of the Mother's mustard sauce, any leftover, just put it over the top of the cooked side. And I'm going to toss in here 1 apple, put it around the sides, and now I'm going to tell you what to do next. After you get everything partly fried like this, and the pork chops is almost cooked, now I'm going to tell you how long to put it in the oven for. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. So this meal is done partly on the stove top and then in the same pan put into the oven. Uncovered, you're going to put your timer on for 20 to 25 minutes depending on the size of your pork chops or how many you got there cooking, because you might have more than 2. And you can check it every so often. If you need it longer, you can do that. So I'll show you what that looks like when it's cooked, and I'll tell you what else you need to do with it to make this delicious meal. Our tangy mustard pork chop dinner is ready. I'm going to take it out of the oven and I'm going to show you what to do next. delicious. So now put it back onto your stove top. Just look at these delicious pork chops. Take the pork chops out of the pan. Get the pan heating up again. Take out those delicious vegetables and the apples. You're going to get that tasty apple flavor. I mean, who don't like apples with pork chops? Yum. And now what we're going to do is deglaze this pan and make a gravy. When you see that the pan is starting to sizzle, you can add another little bit of oil if you need it, because we're going to be putting about a tablespoonful of flour and just mix that around to start cooking off the flour. We want to make a gravy, and I boiled some potatoes and carrots to have with it, and we're just going to pour that broth into the pan to make a gravy. When you see that it's starting to bubble and thicken, getting all of this bits down from the side, we want all that goodness in there. You could use the vegetable broth or a beef broth, it doesn't matter. So now let's plate up this delicious meal. So now I'm going to put the pork chop, some of that delicious vegetables that we cooked with it, and of course the apple. And I got a scoop of mashed potato, of course Raymond's favorite, some buttered carrot, and then I'm going to drizzle with some of that gravy. Now, just look at this. Now, what do you think of that?
I would have to say, seriously, yeah, it looks too good to eat.
This is a meal.
I got bad news for you.
Exactly, Raymond. This is a meal that Raymond is going to enjoy, but you will enjoy as well. Tangy mustard pork chop meal, and it's got a gravy over it as well. Delicious.
Good any day of the week.
Any day of the week, and quick and easy.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing missing here is a nice chunk of that bread so that we can dip in the sauce. I'm going to take a little taste here now of this delicious pork chop. As you can see, beautifully cooked. I'll show you a little closer. Again, you use whatever type of pork chop you like to enjoy eating. It's up to you.
We know. It's definitely
Drop the fork. Delicious. Oh my goodness. The tanginess of the mustard going through that pork chop. The gravy made from the tangy or the mother's mustard sauce, which you must make. I'll leave that recipe for you. Delicious. 2 thumbs up. Can't wait for you to make it. So delicious. Just look. Oh my goodie. Can't wait for you to make it.
Neither can I to eat it.
I know. I'll get you some, Raymond.
Okay.
Raymond was able to snag himself a little taste of that pork chop that time. He's pretty excited about it. He's going to walk a little bit away so he can chew. So if you want to make this meal and you can't wait, our recipe is going to be posted under this video as well. It's going to be on our website, www.bonitaskitchen.com. You can print it there. You can copy and paste it from right here. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the share if you want for your family and friends to get this recipe as well. You can also visit us on our Facebook page or send me a message at bonitakitchen@gmail.com. And also, I'm going to share with you the link to the mother's mustard sauce. I'm going to share you the link to our white bread, homemade bread, and of course, some more delicious pork chop meals that we got there and recipes that we also have done to date with the mother's mustard sauce. You're going to love it. 2 thumbs up. We'd like to thank each and every one of you for stopping by here today and taking a few minutes to spend it with us. We don't want to take any more of your time, and we know it's precious. On behalf of myself, Raymond, and our team here at Bonita's Kitchen, from our kitchen to yours, you have a wonderful day. And don't forget to join us again on Bonita's Kitchen.
the door. Bonita's kitchen to yours. Bonita's kitchen.